find that out.
Hey folks, I'm Barbara Pinson Lash, and this is What's Up Wednesday, where we answer any questions that you may have and we cover other topics of interest. And today, we're going to be talking about clarity. No, not that type of clarity. That is ultra important, nirvana and the meaning of life. But if that's what you're needing today, I am so sorry because that is not my lane. What I can talk to you about though is clarity in your messaging. Now I've been doing this for 20 years in broadcast journalism and I've learned it from day one, and I can tell you it is tried and true. When your message is clear and concise, you have a much better chance of resonating with a larger audience. So I want to cover this from two different areas: sentence structure and the words that we use. So let's start with sentence structure. Now we may often be tempted to write things out because that's often the first step in communicating something. We write it out. If that's your first step, you may be tempted to write things out in longer sentences and, maybe using prepositional phrases and complicated language. All the stuff that we all learned in school, right? Writing those term papers, especially if you're doing something like a dissertation or a thesis. Yes, in that world, longer, more complicated sentences with prepositional phrases and more complicated language is very common and can be used very comfortably in that academia world. But when it comes to Gen Pop, it's a little bit better if we can kind of condense that information down. So think of it this way. Let's try using one thought per sentence. And here's the reason why. You never want to give your audience reason to have to double back to try and understand what you're communicating. If it's something written, they do have the luxury. They can kind of rewind or look further up on the screen and reread something. That is a luxury. You can get away with it sometimes, but even then, it breaks the momentum of them understanding what you're trying to communicate. And that is amplified when you are expressing something verbally. So that sentence structure is really key. Let's keep it one thought per sentence and give that audience an opportunity to keep pace with you so that they can really become engaged in your messaging. Think of it this way. We don't think in soliloquies, so why should we write in them, much less try and communicate verbally in them? Can y'all even spell soliloquy? Can I spell soliloquy? S-O-L-L. Hey, don't judge. The point is, we have to keep our messages simple because it gives us a greater opportunity to resonate with a broader audience. Now that sentence structure, let's talk about the actual words we use. The same principles apply. Look, I know y'all are all muy inteligente. You got these big words, big dictionaries. You understand the context with which to use them, and that's fantastic. But is that really worth losing some of your audience if they don't understand the words that you're using? Maybe you're in a particular industry and you talk tech talk all day. Well, when you come to a general audience, you've got to remember not everyone talks tech. So you've got to use words that can resonate with everyone. At least they have the potential to do so. So let's make sure those words are nice and simple, okay? Because that way we keep our audience engaged. Again, if you are speaking to someone, you're speaking to a group, a presentation, maybe you're even in an interview for a job, or you're an entrepreneur who has this great live event going on. Listen, folks, simple is better. That really is the way to keep your audience engaged and coming back for more, which is what I hope you'll do next time I post one of these, which will be every Wednesday. I call this What's Up Wednesday. This is CoachB-TV, and I'm Barbara Pinson Lash. If you like this message and it resonated with you, please leave a comment down below. I would be honored if you took the time to share your thoughts, and that way I can respond as well. Until next time, I hope you have a fantabulous week, and let's all visit that happy place.